What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Hive Magazine. My name is Jake McFarlane, and today I am joined by the amazing and talented and unbelievable Sarah Crean. Sarah, how are you getting on?
I'm good. Thanks for saying all that. That's very kind.
not, not at all. Listen. If you've listened to any of your music, then it's evidently clear from the get go. So, how are you getting on? How are we on this fine
Yeah,
Tuesday?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm in Brighton right now. The weather is pretty nice. It's extremely hot in the UK that I've realised this summer. It's
Yeah,
boiling.
yeah,
My Irish skin is not able for it, but it's fine. I'm in a good mood today. How are you?
yeah. Yeah, I'm doing well. As I say, had a big day yesterday, so I'm a little bit tired. But again, the sun's shining up in Glasgow, so we're kicking on. The first thing I want to talk about, obviously, is Heirloom. Just been announced. They're coming out now on the 18th of September. What's that feel like? Like obviously now having that done and now released and it being on its way to us.
Oh, it's like very freaky to be honest. Like in a really good way. It's every time I kind of get a notification that somebody's engaging with it or reacting to it, I'm like, are you supposed to know this? Like I keep forgetting that it's actually out and it's on its way, and I'm like, oh fuck, have I like accidentally leaked it or something? But it's just really, really like surreal. It feels like the culmination of a lot of hard work, and just having it on its way is so surreal. Yeah.
Yeah, because as well, you've been releasing like wee songs kind of here and there for a wee while, and I
Yeah.
was kind of knew it was coming, but it was very good for me, especially as I say, been a fan for a long time, just to know finally.
Yeah, for
um,
sure. I feel like I was teasing it here and there a little bit and kind of almost like edging people a little bit, and then it was just like, oh no, it's here, it's happening.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, Heirloom out on the 18th of September. Quite a few songs out now for it, but if you haven't already pre-saved, if you haven't already pre-ordered, absolutely do so. But the journey to Heirloom we mentioned just before we started recording has been a little bit up and down. I mentioned to yourself, I've been a fan for a few years now. When you had a song called 2 a.m. blow up on TikTok, and off the back of that, you got signed to a record deal, which ended up not being the best for you. How's that been? Kind of talk us through that. Talk us through the Sarah Crean lore for anyone who might be new, as it
the
were.
lore is heavy. Like I feel it was definitely like a very surreal experience. The kind of just having that as a life experience is something that I'll always remember, and like I know it's a very rare thing to go through, and kind of like that is something I'm very grateful for, is that it was like a very unique experience that taught me a lot. But the actual process, I guess, of going from being a very self-sufficient independent musician to being like told to make content, in a meeting, like there was, a lot of things that just really made me feel like my music was becoming more a product. And of course music is a product in general, but like I was becoming the product as well, and I feel like I started to quickly realize that it was more about numbers than it was about the actual content and the actual quality. And for me, yeah, I just lost the love of all of it for quite a long time, and that entire process of being signed was just not what I feel like. You grow up and you hear people always being shafted in record deals and stuff like this, and then you're like, one comes to you and you're like, well, I'm gonna take it. Like I'm gonna obviously take it, but yeah, it was definitely a learning experience for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, fully independent, been independent for a wee while now. How's that been? As you say, obviously, not necessarily losing the love for music, but maybe losing the love of like the making of it and that kind of side of it.
Sure.
How's that been getting that back in a sense?
Really healing, I think. It's been really nice to be able to have full control again, and kind of be less focused on the numbers and be more focused on, do I like this song? Am I proud of this song? And how is it going to impact people? And that is kind of what I always wanted to be, and when you lose that, I feel like you're kind of losing the game totally. Like it's really important for me anyway to be able to be like, is this actually music that I like? Especially if I'm producing it myself.
Yeah.
If it's fully self-produced, I'm obviously going to like it a lot more, and I feel like I couldn't
Mm.
do that when I was signed.
Yeah.
So it's really nice that I have that back again, and then I can kind of just like make a track and then it be enough,
Yeah.
for it to be a record. Yeah.
And something you mentioned as well there, obviously, like self-producing that. I know like a decent bit of your music has been self-produced. How's that as well? Has that necessarily changed kind of the before and after that process, or are you still kind of going through that and working it out as you go?
Yeah, definitely. Produce on my own is class. Like it's just so much less stress, and it's so freeing as well, being able to actually engage in a song on my own and be like, I can actually manage this. Like to be able to not rely on other people for a song to be completed has been really nice. Like a lot of the songs on the album were started with a team of people and producing, with other people, and then obviously the label money goes away and you can't pay those producers, so you're like, I'm gonna have to just remake this. So a lot of the songs on the record were finished and then they had to be made from scratch of me and my own with the laptop, and that has just been great fun as well. It's like a challenge for me to be able to be like, okay, I need to actually start this song from scratch and see if it's the same or if it's sufficient enough, and that's been a lot of fun. But it is just way less stress when it's just me on the laptop. And maybe it's because I'm an only child and I'm really, like, really difficult with other people. But I think it was just like, it's just nice to be able to do that when I have an idea, to be able to just go straight into the laptop and manage it myself. Yeah.
So after slight technical difficulties, we are back. But yeah, so you mentioned there, obviously, producing by yourself has been, it's changed obviously after, leaving that record deal. But how's that kind of as well?
Sure.
How's that impacted the journey into Heirloom as well? How's that, the process changed, I guess, from maybe where you were when you started the record to where you were when it was all said and done?
I think when I started it, I just moved to London, so I was freshly signed, and I was kind of like, this is going to be the first of many albums on a record deal, and it's going to be, that optimism is huge. But looking at it now, it's like, I mean, 3 years ago is when I started it, so I was 22, 25 now. Huge life differences and changes that impacted it. It started out like as like not as a concept record, but just as like oh, I've just moved to London, I'm an Irish musician, and this is why it's shit, and this is why it's this, and now it's like, oh, actually, the much bigger problems occurred and much more stress entailed in the rest of it. So I feel like I was very much like clutching at straws at the beginning, and I was writing about stuff I had already written about, and then so much life happened, and then I was like, oh, this is a completely different record now that this is actually taking place. So I
Yeah,
feel like it was bound to turn into a different record when I started it. Yeah.
yeah. And obviously, you mentioned there, obviously, Irish musician now living in England. Um,
Hmm.
One thing that I've kind of noticed, I actually done my dissertation on it, is the like the prevalence in the Irish identity within Irish music. A lot of people now,
Mm.
it's the accents, it's the we're drinking Guinness, it's all of
Yeah.
that, and a lot of you're hearing like influences of folk pushing through boundaries into like post punk and indie and things like that. But that's not necessarily something that comes through immediately within your work. Is that something that you've maybe done as a conscious decision, or is that just kind of you've never really felt the need to, you're not singing tunes about pints?
Yeah. It's interesting because I'm actually really glad you said that, because I also agree. I don't think it comes through at all, and I think that's a reason why I sometimes felt like I wasn't part of the Irish music scene. Like I kind of, at times, especially when 2am was kind of having a moment, I was like, people don't realize I'm Irish. They have no fucking idea that I'm Irish and that I grew up in Dublin, and so there was a long period of me being like, no, please, like everybody, I am Irish. Even to like editorials, and like even just pitching to Spotify, I was like, please let me in to the Irish playlists, because for fuck's sake, like it's so interesting. I don't know what it is. Like I think my accent is not prevalent in the songs. It just doesn't sound like I'm Irish, and maybe
Mm.
also I'm not really singing about very authentically Irish things. I think that I'm singing more so about like broader scale kind of
Yeah,
female experiences, and I think that yeah, I guess a lot of my issues growing up were not Irish related.
yeah,
Like they were very much just like, I'm a sad young girl and I really need help, and I think that
yeah,
just went across different borders. And
yeah,
but yeah, I guess I didn't get. I'm not part of the green wave just yet. I've been kind of trying to conduct my own green wave, but it's not hitting that very well. But it's like, yeah, I guess I haven't got the traditional traits, I guess, you
yeah.
know.
And I mean, you mentioned that. I also mentioned earlier. I discovered too through TikTok. It was through that one
Yeah.
TikTok that, I mean, you'll know exactly what it is. It's that guy who was like,
Yeah.
"I'm finding new songs and putting you on." And if he hadn't said, "This is a young Irish artist,"
Yeah.
I would have discovered it, but I would,
Yeah.
it probably would have been like watching like an Instagram story like a year later. I
Yeah.
went, "Oh, Dublin," like,
Yeah, I think it wouldn't have been as prevalent at all, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, obviously we did mention there as well Irish music having that moment. How has that been as well? As we say, we're kind of on the outskirts of it, but how has that been for you, especially when you seeing all that going on? How's that?
Well, it makes me feel like really optimistic just about the fact that like whenever I'm talking to people, like especially since I've moved away, I'm always like, I'm Irish, like this is my country, and I'm so proud of my heritage, and especially now with the music, it's like you can't escape the Irish music scene right now. It's everywhere, and
Yeah,
it's producing some of the best music that's been out in the last 20 years, and it's unstoppable, and that in itself is just really comforting to see, and it's class. Like I feel like if I ever do, get included in those conversations, it's great, it's amazing, but I think I'm more also just understanding that because 2am had a moment in the States, it kind of makes sense that maybe it just didn't translate to Ireland, particularly in that time, and or maybe they
mm,
caught up a bit later. But it's yeah, maybe I look American. I don't know. I think I look Irish personally, but it's yeah, it's definitely just nice to see that the green wave is heavy
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Another wee thing I do just want to touch on, obviously, we mentioned there, obviously, the sign in and that experience. If you were to,
Hmm.
just any bit of advice you would give to any sort of younger artists who maybe do have that opportunity, is there anything you would
Hmm.
say based on that?
Probably a lot. I feel like it really depends on the deal you're getting, but I probably would have prioritized maybe, I don't know, I guess for me, I didn't rush it. I found like I was very careful in the process of signing and who I chose to sign with, but I don't think anything could have prepared me for even not just a signing experience, but a TikTok kind of signing experience. It's very different. And
Yeah.
I feel like that if I had signed maybe just off the back of my discography on its own and not like a moment that was chasing and going on a quick timer, that would have been very different. So I feel like it really depends on how you go into these situations. And um, for me, I would probably sign a deal again in at some point in my life, but a very different deal and a very,
Yeah.
much more relaxed moment rather than it being like go, go, go.
Yeah.
But I do think that an artist just needs to back themselves like from the get-go. Like your music is the key for all of this, and whatever head honcho is putting money into it doesn't matter. Like it is about your vision and your voice from beginning to end. So I think that staying true to that the entire time is really, really important, because if you stray away from your own individuality in those experiences, it's just you lose yourself, and that's
Yeah.
very hard to get back, and it took me a long time to get it back. So
Yeah.
I guess just backing yourself is key. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hmm.
Well, now on to, as we say, kind of what's been going on just now. Obviously, we just played Truck recently, main stage, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that was fucked. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was really bad. Like in a great way. Like it was fucking crazy. It was like a lot for my brain to comprehend, but it was amazing. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
And obviously, yeah, some more shows coming up now. How's that feel now, getting out on the road, playing these kind of maybe bigger stages, bigger rooms, and as well showing off
Yeah,
what Heirloom is and what not just what we've heard so far, but what we're yet to hear.
sure. Yeah, it's great. It's like really cool to be able to play these songs and see people's reactions before the record is out. It's kind of like I did a road testing kind of show in Brighton when I first moved back, and I kind of played through the whole record, and I was like gauging people's responses, and they loved it, and that was like, okay, cool. So they translate live, and this is going to be exciting and fun to do. But playing them like on the main stage of Truck is crazy. And like I'm playing Electric Picnic in a couple of weeks, which hasn't been announced, but that's also crazy. Like the doors that I feel like this chapter of my music is opening has been really surreal,
Yeah,
and being able to play on bigger stages is it's just crazy. Like it's not very normal at times. I'm like, this is not like the normal bodily experience, but it's also
yeah,
like pushing me to keep going, and like the bigger the stage gets, I guess the more it challenges me to really, yeah, develop my sound and develop my live set. Just
mm,
kind of making sure that it translates in that way,
yeah,
but also having more fun. I guess like just being able to, I don't know what it is about a bigger stage. I just feel like I can move around a lot more, obviously dimensions wise, but also just like having fun and feeling a lot less restricted is great. Yeah.
yeah. Well, definitely. And listen, I am absolutely happy for the exclusive that we've got Electric Picnic
Yeah,
coming up. I'll take that.
that is coming up. That is yeah, it's not been announced, but it's coming up. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. I also did get a chance to listen to Heirloom early. I would listen to it on my
Mhm.
bus through to Edinburgh yesterday. Only gave
Nice.
it the one spin, so my review's coming. I am still need to go back, listen to a couple more songs, a couple more times, but
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah, yeah.
loved it. Absolutely loved it. Is there like a
Oh, great.
song? Is there a song on there that you're like particularly excited to get out there?
Oh God, I feel like my favorite one is "I Want to Be So Happy." That's my like the second track on the record. That is
Yeah,
my child. Like that's my favorite thing of all time. I love how that kind of progresses, and it's a long song. I love a long song, and I love being like, fuck radio. Like I'm gonna go full in 4 minute song, 5 minute song. I don't care, and it's so
yeah,
freeing. And that one's I'm really excited about. I know a lot of pals of mine and like family have very different opinions. Like some of them want Calypso out next, and some of them want all of them right now, and that's fair enough. But for me, it's I Want to Be So Happy for
yeah.
sure. Yeah,
No, that's fair.
yeah.
I really enjoyed that listening to it. I
Oh,
mean, I
thanks, thank you.
really enjoyed the whole record, but yeah, when you said that, it's
Nice.
yeah. Last couple of wee things. Then obviously we mentioned obviously Electric Picnic. Mentioned the album. Is there any more exclusives or anything else that
Any
you
more
want to let the people
exclusive?
know? Maybe not even
Yeah,
exclusive, just what's coming up. But if there are more
yeah, yeah,
exclusives,
yeah.
I'll not I'll not turn my nose
There
up
is
at them.
plans. No, no, no. There's just plans, and this feels like a safe space. Yeah, Electric Picnic is coming up, and then there will be a tour, but that is next year. It's not right now, of course.
Yeah,
So yeah, a nice headline tour around the UK and Ireland is going to be really exciting. Like I've played the UK in support slots, and feel like I've visited so many cities like Glasgow and Leeds that I've played multiple support slots, but I've never done a headline show. So
yeah,
I think actually, not to be biased, but Glasgow is a place I wanted to do a headline show for so
yeah,
long, and so being able to know that that's coming is really exciting. And
yeah.
yeah, I'm going to be quite busy just throughout October doing support slots and Ireland Music Week and stuff like that. So it's going to be a very busy few months, and going into next year, I'm really
Yeah.
excited to see where the album takes me and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely. I'll be there in
Hmm.
Glasgow. Obviously,
Yeah.
I missed the Florence Road support in Glasgow last year
Oh yes.
because I
Yeah,
was at
yeah, yeah.
Brogale. I was at Brogale and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mardrasalic.
I mean, that's a fair trade. Like if you've
That
seen me
was
before, like
I've still not seen it. So I've like when I saw you got announced for
oh
that, I
shit.
was
Oh sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
When I saw because I
Nice.
saw you got announced for
Cool.
that, and then I was like, oh shit. It's like Brogale and Mardrasalic. I'm not exactly. It's not like it's not like I'm going
Aw.
to a shite night, but I was still a wee bit gutted.
You kind of have the two sides of the Irish music industry there. You were like, am I going for the pop girls? Am I going for the lads? It's tough, really tough
But
choice. Like,
yeah, definitely, I will be there in Glasgow for
nice.
sure.
Oh, thanks, man.
And
Thanks a
then I
million.
just want to end this up then with the last thing that I end all my interviews with. You know,
Sure.
I like to see what I do with Hive is, you know, I like putting on a lot of my favorite artists, and hopefully, if people are just maybe scrolling through Instagram, they discover their next favorite
Sure.
artist. I've described you in almost every review as your next favorite artist,
Oh, great.
because it is anyone I show you to, they get hooked immediately. But who are the people that you're listening to? Who are the people that you want to shout out? You want to take this time to let the people know, um,
Yeah. Oh
and
God, there's so
tap in on.
many. There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, oh God, there's so many. Even just currently releasing like the Love Buzz, they're an Irish band and they're
Yeah,
fantastic and they're great pals and they're fucking brilliant. We actually, I went busking recently on the Brighton Pier, very last minute, and it was the wildest experience of my life and the best 2 hours ever. So that was interesting. But yeah, their new track "Pushing On" is just constantly on repeat for me, and "Reloaded" that they released before that is savage. So huge Love Buzz fan. I'm listening to a lot of Lime Garden as well. They're fucking brilliant. They're
yeah,
just really
they're
great.
great.
That new record is unbelievable. So that's really. I mean, they don't need the shout out because they're doing great, but I would give them the shout out anyway.
Yeah,
And then, God, there's so many. Like a lot of new stuff that's coming out that I'm really enjoying. Julia Jacqueline's new record, I'm really excited about. Again, doesn't need the shout out. She's class. She's really great.
yeah,
And just Florence Road. I mean, I'm obviously biased, but they're fucking class, and they're in Japan right now. Like they're literally
yeah,
in Tokyo about to play a headline show, and it's just fucking crazy. They're
yeah,
fantastic. So a lot of Irish bands that are just really class at the moment. But
yeah.
those in particular are my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Because I've kind of almost defaulted to the Irish music correspondent for the
Yeah.
magazine, and it's like, and it's not out of me being like, oh, I grew up in Donegal. I need to. It's more just like
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
is all I'm listening to. There's so much, and it's all I'm listening to.
It's just so good. It's just like I actually don't think you can escape the Irish music scene because it's just fucking brilliant. Like it's
Yeah,
just
like
great.
my on repeat for this year has like pretty much just been like Madra Salak, Kaki Kid,
Yeah.
you, Kojak,
Yeah, yeah.
Kane Kavanagh, Rory.
Nice.
Like it's just
Brewery is great. Brewery is
Rory's
unbelievable.
fantastic.
That new album is like actually twisted how good it is.
It's my favorite
It's
record of the
great.
year.
It's
It's
so good.
like I
It's
s-
sitting on the wall beside. Oh,
yeah.
it's too much.
So I
It's
say
just great.
I interviewed him a couple of months ago, and
Oh,
he's
nice.
great. And like I saw him
He's
open for
brilliant.
King Kavanagh
Yeah,
November
yeah.
last year, and it
Oh,
was just
so
the best.
he's great. Both of them are great, but it's just so cool to see a record like that come out and do what it's
Yeah,
doing right now. It's amazing. It's great.
yeah. Well, perfect, Sarah. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for coming on. Obviously, Heirloom out September 18th. Tour next year. Electric Picnic in 2 weeks. It's going crazy. Loads of news over here. Yeah, let everyone know where to find you on the socials, online. Plug everything.
Plug everything. I mean, Sarah Crean music across the board. I'm pretty sure it's on everything you can find, the TikTok, the Instagram, all that stuff, and then all the shows will be there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Thank you, Sarah, for coming on.
Thanks so much, Jake. Thank
Cheers.
you.